What's going on, guys? It's New York Prepper here. Just wanted to do a quick video talking about one of the major advantages of living in a cold climate as a prepper, okay? And it's a very overlooked aspect of living in a cold climate for security purposes. You know, living in a colder climate, in my opinion, is better than living in a warm climate for security reasons. And the reason why is, look at these big mounds of snow here, guys. This is a 5-foot pile of snow. We got about 2 feet of snow all around me here in the woods, okay? And if this was SHTF right now, I guarantee you not many people are gonna try to trudge through all this snow to assault my house and try to raid my house, okay? Because first of all, it's cold outside, the weather is inhospitable, and you need very specific skills to be able to cover ground in this type of weather, okay? Crossing through deep snow and launching a raid in deep snow is totally different than doing a raid in the summertime, okay? You have to have very good skills to operate in this type of environment, okay? It's totally different than warm weather, all right? There's a very specific set of skills that you need to operate in cold climates, and I don't think that the average marauder is gonna have the skills to be able to launch raids in these types of conditions. And not even just marauders, but your average desperate, unprepared person who's gonna, let's say, try to ransack houses because they didn't prepare, and they're gonna try to go door to door and take what they don't have. They're gonna have a hard time in weather like this, okay? Because it's gonna be cold outside. If they're unprepared, that means that they don't have the appropriate gear that they need to operate in conditions like this, all right? To operate in conditions like this, you need to know what you're doing, you need to have experience, and you have to have appropriate gear, and you have to practice with it in these types of conditions. The average desperate, unprepared person is gonna run into trouble if they try to trudge through the woods to attack my house and take my supplies, all right? I'm gonna be at an advantage because they're gonna be outside freezing, and I'm gonna be inside and very warm, okay? They're gonna be battling the elements, they're gonna be battling the snow, and I'm gonna be inside warm and ready to fight, okay? And also, you can see people's tracks in weather like this, okay? If somebody's trying to do recon on my location, if somebody's trying to recon my location and they want to figure out information about me, okay, and they want to raid my location, they want to raid it for supplies, if they're doing recon around my perimeter, I'm going to be able to see their tracks very, very easily, okay? So all I would have to do is just a routine perimeter patrol to check the perimeter of my property or my area of operations, and I'll pick up any unusual footprints right away, okay? It's not going to be hard to pick up a person's footprints in weather like this, okay? And so those are some big advantages right there to living in a colder climate, okay? People are not gonna go out in these types of conditions and try to raid your house, okay? Marauders, desperate people, they certainly will try. Some of them will try, okay? But they're not gonna be as successful because they're gonna be battling deep snow, sub-freezing conditions, icy roads that are not treated, okay? You know, after the society collapses, there's not going to be any plowing, there's not going to be any sanding, there's not going to be any salting, all right? So people are not going to be driving, you know, 50 miles, 100 miles, 200 miles to escape from the city and to try to ransack other people's properties, okay? They're not going to be able to make it. Even if they try, they're going to end up in a ditch, or they're going to crash their car because the roads are going to be slick and icy. As you see, my driveway here is covered in black ice right now. All right, look at all this black ice, okay? And this is gonna be all over the roads after SHTF. There's not gonna be any salting. All right, so anybody stupid enough to try to come up to my location in the winter time is gonna have to battle icy roads, unplowed roads, deep snow, cold conditions, okay? I'm gonna be able to see their tracks if they're trying to recon my location. I'm gonna be able to see their tracks when I do routine security patrols every few hours. I'm gonna be able to see if anybody's been on my property or on my area of operations. And it's just gonna be a lot harder for somebody to launch a raid in deep snow like this, all right? They're not gonna be able to move as fast. Also, snow provides very good concealment. You know, you can, with the right camouflage, you can lay down in deep snow and set up a good overwatch position and nobody will know you're there, you know, and you could sit there for hours and nobody will know you're hiding out in that snow. So it's one of the big advantages to cold climates that a lot of preppers overlook. You know, everybody says to move to a warmer climate because you can grow more food and you can have a longer growing season and you don't have to worry about heating. Okay, but in my opinion, a cold climate is actually better because cold climates will keep out the weak people, okay? The cold climates are a natural barrier against threats to your safety, okay? Cold climates are a natural barrier. The deep snow, the cold weather, the roads, okay, it's all working in your favor as long as you have firewood and you have food stored up. You're in a big advantage if you live in a cold climate, okay? This snow right here, as much of a pain as it is to shovel and to clean, it's a huge advantage after SHTF, okay? As long as you're prepared for the cold and you have proper gear, you have all the supplies you need, it's a huge advantage. So think about that, guys, okay? If you're thinking about relocating and you want to relocate to a warmer climate, all right, nothing wrong with that, but just understand that when you're in a warmer climate, warmer climates are more favorable for marauders and desperate people because there's not going to be a natural barrier like the cold and the snow to protect you, okay? So think about that. Think about the advantages of cold climates, all right? So that's pretty much it for this video, guys. Thanks for watching. Take care. God bless. And don't forget the 3 Ps. Prepare, practice, and persevere.